welcome back to the Car Sucker. My name is Jimmy Prater. I'm a car closer. That's what I do. I close car deals. I close and close and close, and I close car deals. I love to close car deals. I close car deals because I follow structure. You have to follow structure. I call them the rules of engagement. You follow your rules and you engage. You have to engage in the sale. You have to engage in the close. You have to meet and greet that customer. You have to give them a really good interview. And the interview's got to be an exciting interview with energy. And then you got to do a walk around on the product that they're purchasing. After that, you got to do a demonstration ride. From there, you do another walk around. Then you ask for the sale. Then you write it up. Now, you could take each step of engagement, and you could dissect each step. But you know what? There's no point in it because you'd never remember it. Now, if you remember the Car Sharker's rules of engagement, 7 steps of the rules of engagement, it makes things a lot easier. It makes things a lot easier. Let's talk about cherry picking. Cherry picking a customer. Who's doing that? Who's cherry picking customers? Who's blowing customers off the lot? Who's going through ups? Who's doing that? If you're doing that, that's a no-no. Don't do that. Salespeople, follow through with your sales process and you won't have to worry about cherry picking. Follow through with your sales process, you won't have to worry about cherry picking. Okay, you're like a machine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay? Whatever reason, it didn't work out. Next one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay? For whatever reason, that didn't work out. Stay on point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay? That worked out. Now you got them at the desk. You already closed the product. You closed the vehicle. They want the vehicle. There's 2 closes in a sale. You close the product and you close the figures. And you got to have high energy. Don't cherry pick. Follow your steps. After that, what happens? You got to have a floor manager to follow through with the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 closing steps. They got to close the figures. That's how it's done. And it's done with enthusiasm. And it's done with the right attitude. And it's done with a nice presence. And you just got to have really good listening skills. Now, I pound it into you. I pound it into you. I hammer and hammer and hammer it in you because it's muscle memory. You have to remember this. And closers, you got to know your closing steps. Closers got to know your closing steps. If there's other salespeople that have a problem with you blowing out customer salespeople, if other salespeople are talking behind your back on the sales floor and they have a problem with you blowing out customers, you can eliminate that problem by following your sales steps and throwing it back in their face. Say, what's your rule engagement number 1, 2, 3? Let them rattle it off. The meet and greet and the interview and the walk around. Can they rattle that off? There's a lot of sales managers that can't rattle off their sales steps. There really is. Some sales managers will tell you that part of the sales steps is logging your customer in the database. That's not a sales step. That's not a sales step at all. That's clerical step. I'm talking about true steps. True sales steps, not clerical steps. Clerical steps are, that's a given. We just got to do that. That comes in asking for the sale when you write up. You're writing up everything. I know a lot of dealerships have in their process from the very beginning, before you could go on a test drive, to touch base with the desk. They want you to actually touch base with the desk before you can finish your process out. I'm telling you what, if you actually had a real fine-tuned sales process, meaning rules of engagement that actually works, and not some long, drawn-out one, and it changes every week because every time you have a meeting, this is what we want you to do. Now this is what we want you to do. Now this is what we want you to do. Oh, and on top of that, everything else we told you what we want you to do, we want you to do that too. See, you got to keep it simple. And you got to keep it fun. Because fun is energy. If everybody's laughing, everybody's selling. If everybody's laughing, the customer's laughing, and the customer's buying. The only reason why the customer didn't buy is because the customer wasn't laughing. If you can get the customer to laugh, you're home free. 90% of the sale is attitude. Along with that is appearance and listening. You got to have outstanding listening skills. Because when the border of that is a pyramid. And that's logic, mathematics, and presentation. You got to have the presentation. The presentation is the salespeople selling the car. And the logic and the mathematics comes from the desk and the closer. They work together on that. But we need your help, salespeople. You don't need to blow through ups. You're pre-qualifying, and frankly, you're pre-qualifying all wrong. When you pre-qualify, you're judging somebody. Nobody can judge anybody. It's not the way to go. You got to interview. And there's ways and questions to ask during the interview process that make your sales process go better. You just have to learn those. Hey, the Car Sharker has those. Let me know what you think about this video. Go ahead, give me a little like. Share it. I'd really appreciate it. Down below there in the corner of your screen, you'll see a little Sharky icon. Go ahead, click that. If you click that and you click the bell next to it, every time I upload a new video, you'll be notified. Now, you got to have energy, high energy to sell anything. And all the other industries are looking at the automobile industry of how we close. We're the best at what we do because we analyze it. And we just go through so many customers. We're able to talk to so many customers, and we get so many different types of customers coming at us where we have to know how to close those customers. And people are envy of us. People are envy of the car business because we know how to close and they don't. They don't know how to close. Not like us. They don't know how to close. Not like us. We know how to close. See, we're telling you. Even the Car Sharker's telling you. The industry knows you have to close. And in order to close, you got to ask for the sale. If there's a trainer out there that is saying never ask for the sale, then you're not a closer. Closers ask for the sale. Closers have high energy. Closers love to laugh. Customers love closers. Salespeople are closers. You're closing on the product. And the next time you go out and you close a customer on one of your nice products, just think of one thing. Once you're making them laugh, think about this. Go close something! Yeah!